welcome to weekend vlog number 5. So it seems we do the same thing every Saturday at the moment, which is head out first thing to run errands, and we're doing that again today. So my car went in for its MOT yesterday. I had to have a bit of work done, so we're just on our way to pick that up. Got some little shopping bits to do. Definitely need some more logs because it's still cold, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Sure is. And then I'm not sure what the plan for the rest of the day is, but I'm sure there'll be more cooking and crafting and TV watching and sleeping involved. And maybe the odd beer.
Or 10.
Right. Oh yeah. Right, see you in a bit. And we've got a happy Marky. Right, I'm going to tell everyone what we paid for our breakfast.
Don't tell them a thing.
We've got 2 breakfasts. Mark got a pint and I got an orange juice. And we had change from £10. Happy boy this morning.
Two hours later.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. There's the ginger kitten. Rusty's just gone over the fence, and there's Banjo. Yeah, look, Rusty's running away because he's a big wimp. I'll have it, Daddy. Looks like there's chicken satay there as well. That's funny. Oh no, Rusty. So this afternoon I want to make some reusable sandwich wraps. So I set up my sewing machine with the correct thread. I've also got some food grade plastic fabric that I was given, and then also some scrap fabric that I'm going to use for the top. I've got my cutting mat, rotary cutter and ruler, and also I've got my little Cricut mini press to use as an iron to press my seams, and here I've got some clips instead of pins, just a lot easier, especially with the plastic fabric. And I've got some sewing Velcro as well, and that's all you need for this project. So I've started by cutting out a rough square for my sandwich wraps, and then I'm using that as a template to cut out my top fabric. And then I'm going to go ahead and just make sure it's even. Really want a 10" by 10" square. I'm just neatening up the edges here, and then I'm going to clip them together so they don't slide when I'm sewing them. And then we'll just go around the edge with a straight stitch, and we'll be leaving a gap so that we can turn it in the correct way. So I snip off the corners before turning it inside out, making sure those corners are nice and flat, and then we'll give it a quick iron to press them down. And then we'll go ahead and top stitch around the whole of the sandwich wrap, filling in the gap as well. So now I want 2 bits of the sew-in Velcro. It makes a little envelope, so they want to go on opposite corners. So that's 2 on one side and 2 on the other. And once you've sewn it in, so create a little envelope for your sandwich to sit in. Evening, Mark. Have a nice sleep today.
Yeah, only half an hour.
Half an hour.
Oh, 4 then.
Yeah. We're just cooking dinner now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Cooked some vegetable rice that cooked a lot quicker than I expected, and just started fajitas. I've done absolutely loads of vegetables. We've got 3 peppers in there, 3 onions, and 2 chicken breasts. And then we got a fajita kit. I've thrown the box away already, but it comes with some fajita spice mix, some salsa, and some wraps. And I'm not making salsa today, but we've got a Tex-Mex dip pack to have instead. So we're still sticking with the Mexican theme, but this is your last Mexican night before the menu changes.
Oh, shocking.
I know, but yeah, looking forward to this. Hello.
Right, we did watch Gladiators earlier, and I think I'm going to audition for next time round. At the good old age of 59.
I think you're about 30 years too late.
No, that's rude. I can take on any gladiator. They're no problem to me.
Yeah, so the new series, there's 2 new gladiators.
Yeah.
Except we haven't seen one of them yet.
And 2 new games, and they're all right, but they're not as good as you thought they would be.
Yeah, so this evening there was the ring, and it was a little bit like Powerball. So they just had to basically run from the outside and then hit a sensor in the middle, and they had gladiators tackling them. And yeah, it was a bit same. I wasn't impressed with that game.
It looked a bit easy, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But I suppose they may change it or keep it in. Depends what happens, eh?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to give that one the axe.
The elbow, yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the name of the other? No, not the chase, because that's what Bradley joked about. It's not the chase, but it's one where they had to basically sprint over a hurdle, or it was around a track, then over a hurdle, then through a foam wall, all with a gladiator chasing them, and then they had to go up some steps, leap off a platform, and grab a flag, all before the gladiators caught them. And I quite enjoyed that one because it was more about speed for a change rather than strength or tackling or something else. But you weren't a big fan of that one either, were you?
I think the problem is I didn't think it was the end bit was that good with the steps, because if you're running fast, you've got to do one step at a time, and you've got to slow down, which didn't really help out when you're going like a bat out of hell.
Well, I kind of like the games where they aren't necessarily going to win. You know, so in fact, out of the 4 contestants, only one of them managed to get the flag, and even she was penalised for making a mistake, wasn't she?
Yeah, true.
And the gladiators aren't infallible in this game either. Yeah, so I quite enjoyed that. It was something different. But I'm very much looking forward to the new gladiator. So we've seen, is it Cyclone? It's the new lady gladiator.
Yeah.
And she's pretty good. But there's a new male gladiator as well. So we're waiting for him to show up at some point.
See what happens.
I'm really hoping they do some more celebrity specials, because we were thinking about all the celebrities who'd be really good.
Or, in other words, rubbish.
Well, no, because I'd love to. I thought it would be great to see like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. No, that would be fantastic. Or some other professional athletes would be really good.
They couldn't pay the amount of money.
Oh, okay. Drinks more important. Fair enough. There's 2 over there. There's only one for. Oh no, that is going. It's just not very. Kitchen disco, kitchen rave.
Actually, do you know what the funny thing is? I think I want to get some of this in my car. Stick them on the back patio, so I'll play the music.
What we need to do is get another pack and get some decent glue to actually put them on the...
Yeah.
So one of them down there isn't working, over there isn't working.
Do a Rick Mail.
What are you doing? Go on. That's not Rick Mail, Charlie. Fajita mix. Done some cheese and dips and rice. Nice. Grubs up. So we've come to the World's End pub for a little drinky, haven't we, Mark?
We have, haven't we? We're out in the stars at the moment. Have a look at it. It's beautiful.
Where's the moon gone?
I don't know. Gone somewhere. There's some beautiful stars about.
Yeah, because we saw Venus, didn't we, earlier? Anyway, come on, let's go get a drinky. You're right there.
Just thinking this pub reminded me of the Detectives Bruiser.
Yeah, it does.
Isn't
I'd love to go back to Suffolk.
Yeah, true. I want to go back to where the prison was.
Sheps and Mallet, Somerset.
Yeah. Because I know that's going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
I can't get us both in. Hello. Cheers.
Salute.
Cheers.
Chinga.
Morning. So it's now Sunday morning. Just going to get myself a cup of tea. Yeah, a bit like that. Just open Mark up because it looks like it's going to be a nice day, and that means we can get into the garden and look at what seeds we could plant or what needs to be done. Make some kind of action plan because the garden is in the right state, and I'm just a little bit disappointed at how I kind of let the garden go during lockdown. We had loads of spare time. We've got the garden looking really nice. And nothing seems to be surviving. And I'm not saying any kind of thing miracle-wise, but just looking a little bit neater, feeling a little bit healthier. Just looking, like I'd be happy to have guests around. And it would be a long way to go. So that's our plan for this morning. I'm going to normally do a roast dinner during the winter at Sunday lunches because I've got that time. But I'm going to do that this evening instead, just so we can make use of the nice weather. Also had a craving for a cake that my mother used to make. She called it German apple cake, but I've got no idea where the recipe came from. So I looked through all my old recipe cards and books and things we've got, and I did find a recipe for it. But it's vague, to say the least. Probably because she knew the recipe so well that she just needed a basic reminder of the ingredients. But it's very non-specific and general. It always feels like a Great British Bake Off technical challenge, where she just kind of really put basics. And for example, she's just put flour. Like she hasn't put an amount. She hasn't put whether it's self-raising or plain or anything like that. So I was going to give that a go today. That could turn out to be a disaster, but I really want to give that a go. So that's another action thing for today as well. And we got some more logs for the fire yesterday, so I'll probably have another fire this afternoon and catch up with some crochet and chill out a bit. There, in a minute. Hello again. So we're outside now, and we've gathered some of the gardening bits we bought last week. Mark's just gone off to get a few other bits out the garage. I'm just going to show you around our patio area, more so that I can hold myself accountable as to the state it's in and actually motivate myself a little bit to get some stuff done. And I'm so ashamed of the state of it at the moment. It is an absolute tip. Let's zoom out a little bit. So ignore the table for a minute, but it is just, I mean, the summer house is falling apart. But last summer we had a family of foxes, and they helped the deterioration of the summer house. And I'm talking to the vlog, dear. So there's quite a bit of work to be done around here, isn't there, Mort?
Loads.
Loads of work. Say good morning.
Hello. It's only me.
So I've just taken a look at the seeds we got last week as well, and we've got 3 here that we can start planting undercover now. We've got our chili peppers, spring onions, and our tomatoes. And from March onwards, we've got our radishes, lettuce, and sunflower. And then from April onwards, we've got courgette, runner beans, and the winter squash. Mark also picked up these potatoes. I haven't actually taken a look yet to see when we can plant them, but we'll get them looked at as well. And then we've got some of our flowers, and I've also got this aloe vera, which is looking a real sorry state.
Hello, Vera.
Very funny. All full of humour today, aren't you? Now you've had your energy drink.
Go back to it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to. I've got another one as well in the house, which is doing okay, but this one is a real sorry state. So we'll try and perk that up as well. So we've got our little pansies down there. Mark's done. Hiya. It's now about 4 o'clock on Sunday. Mark and I have been doing bits of housework and nothing particularly interesting. And he's headed off out to see one of his sons, which they do most Sundays. And I started baking, and I got a little way in before I realised that I hadn't recorded, and I should be. So I'm going to try that apple cake that I was mentioning. So far I've added to my bowl 10 ounces of flour, 5 ounces of melted butter, a beaten egg, and 4 ounces of caster sugar. I'm just going to give that a mix up. Right, it's all mixed in. I did add about 50 mils of warm water as well, as although there's not much to the recipe, that's one of the things it did suggest, that actually just to get a bit of consistency, to add a little bit of warm water. So in my casserole dish, I've got half of the cake mixture, and I'm going to top that with the sliced apples. After baking this, I realised that I could have done with double or even triple the amount of apples, but you live and you learn. And I'm going to sprinkle some light brown sugar over the top of the apples and a nice generous sprinkle of cinnamon. And then we'll top that with the rest of the cake mixture and bake that in an oven at 180 for approximately 1 hour.